for me. Okay, a dear brother who created illustrations in the past for me. Okay, he created these illustrations. He's an illustrator, and he sent it. All of them, he sent it to me. Okay, look. Here we have Zayd, and here we have Zainab. Zainab is the cousin of Muhammad, and Zayd is the adopted son of Muhammad. This is Zayd ibn Muhammad, and this is the cousin of Muhammad, Zainab bint Jahsh. Zainab, the daughter of the donkey. That's her last name. Okay, that's her family name. Don't shoot the messenger. So Zayd is married with her. One day, Muhammad comes to the house of his son. So this is the son. This is Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. Zayd, are you there? Where are you? Knock, knock. Nobody's answering the door. So he enters anyway. What kind of father enters the house of his son knowing that inside the house, the women are always there? But he did it anyway because he's a filthy person. So one day Muhammad came to Zayd's house and looking for him. Knock, knock. Nobody's opening. He opens the door anyway. And he looks and he sees the adopted son's wife, Zainab bint Jahsh, the daughter-in-law of Muhammad. Oh la la, ya Rasulallah, don't enter, ya Rasulallah. And Muhammad, look at Muhammad. She's beautiful, brother. Brother, she's beautiful. Next. Muhammad then says, glory be to Allah, subhanallah, who causes hearts to turn. Dung, 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 dung. So this is what's going on, guys. And Muhammad then leaves. And she tells her husband what happened. Boom, boom. Glory to Allah who turns my heart for you, ya Zainab. Now, do you understand why Allah blew up the banana of Zayd? Because Allah wanted to keep her from Muhammad.
What's wild about this is the God of the Bible says not to covet your neighbor's wife. Don't even look at her with adultery, or with lustrous eyes, right?
Well, it says don't uncover your daughter's nakedness.
Right. So Muhammad praises this God, his God in heaven, for causing him to do all those things. He breaks at least 3 or 4 commandments in this one instance, and then gives his God praise for it.
But look at this, brother Travis. Look here, Muhammad and Aisha. You see, Muhammad was even during that time, he's already married to Aisha. Look at Aisha. Do you see Aisha? His baby bride. Look, this is, and he's during that time, while having many other wives, he did this to his adopted son, to the adopted son of his son. Look, Aisha. Look at Aisha. If Aisha, she's so handsome, guys. Look.
The Muslims, they came in here and tried to justify the actions of their nasty prophet, right? Why didn't Muhammad take a higher path and say, you know what, there might be something wrong with your husband's banana, but, through better or worse or sickness and in health, you should remain his wife.
Yep.
Why didn't he teach the higher path here that God says that what no man has joined together, what God has joined together, let no man separate. Now, God speaks us about marriage. Muhammad separated a marriage between his own adopted son, and you guys understand what problems this caused. This led to the suckling verses, right? Because now Muhammad has abolished adoption. Allah really had to drive this verse home through Muhammad's male member. This is how he needed to let you guys know not to take adopted children and give them your last name. He had to drive it home, right? Now, this caused a problem. There was almost grown Muslim men living in these women's house who were no longer considered their kids. And then Muhammad fixed it with another disastrous problem: breastfeed him. Breastfeed adult men so that they'll be like your kids. This whole thing of gratifying Muhammad's penis led to the breastfeeding for adult verses as well.
Yeah, I'll just quickly say something and go. You guys take everything out of context.
Just context, please. It's okay, guys. Let's have a conversation with him. Can you put it into context for me?
Interpretation of things.
Can you put it in context and put it in perspective for us, please?
I'll come back later. I'm a bit tired today, but
so why'd you come up for, man?
So why'd you come up? What the world?
Unbelievable. You James, you're a big fat liar, but I have no time. I have to go. Yeah. I have to go, but you are all.
I'll explain on another day.
You're a bunch of liars. You're a bunch.
Let me explain it another day.
Oh gosh. So wanted to say this really quick. James, I don't know how you wanted to do it from now. Did you want to get like a room reset? Did you want to talk about the topic you have, or did you want to
Well,
continue on this? Or
no. Well, listen. What do you guys? I'm open to changing the subject, but are there Muslims that want to come up? You know, what would you suggest? What topic would you like?
I mean, this one is really, we never even got a chance to talk about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
What about the
I mean,
whale
I was
on the
just
back of? What about the whale that carries the earth? We never talked about it before.
on noon.
So
On noon.
68-1 for those in the chat. So 68-1.
Great. Now I'm gonna have here. I'm not Brother Scott. Where's Scott again?
Go ahead, brother. I didn't meant to cut you off, brother.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say, Ace Don Dyer. If you want to come up, you have to request. I was just gonna say we can Sister Sajida and Jazzy. Do you mind if we move you guys down, because we have enough Christians on a panel? I want to make sure that we have enough boxes for anybody else that wants to come up, so they don't say it's unfair.
I'll go down, brother. I'll also go down. But can you pick up Blake, because she has been commenting that Rob has been lying on the name of Zainab bin Jaish. So she is saying that it is Jaish does not mean donkey. So can you pick up Blake? I know she had a conversation before with Sam, but I think it would be good to bring her up. I'll go down, brother.
That's if it's the real Blake. God bless you, Nazarene.
God bless,
guys,
Nazarene.
God bless.
Thank you.
Nazarene is a wealth of knowledge. He was one of the first people, like 7 years ago, to show me that Muhammad delayed consummating his Aisha, not because she couldn't handle the PP at 6, because Muhammad couldn't afford the dowry because he was
Guys,
broke.
I will retract my statement. Jash means mule. Daughter of a mule.
come on
What's
up.
the difference? Mule or donkey? What's the difference? No difference. She's still a son of an animal. And Muhammad is son of Kilab, son of dogs. So the whole family is sons of all kind of animals. And women are animals in Islam. So who cares? Mule, donkey, same.
I think you gave us a good. I think you gave to like bring some, just like for like a like for us to take a break for a second. We should just go to the new.
Oh, by the way, Rob doesn't know the difference between a mule and a donkey. That's what they're going to say now. It's okay.
They might not even be the real Blake, but you brought up a really good point. So we should tell everyone what the noon is in case they don't know what holds the earth up. So this is a tafsir by Ibn Abbas.
Brother, just a second. This is a tafsir. Don't use it. Do not use that one. Please do me a favor, guys. All of you, don't use this, because Muslims will say you are using fabricated stuff. So let me use the actual.
Yeah, we like fabricated hadith.
Yeah. So guys, please. Just help me to help you. Do not use Tanwir al-Miqbas li Ibn Abbas, because Muslims say this is fabricated book. Okay?
Well, you can back it up right after I get done reading it, right?
Yes.
All right. So if anybody doesn't know what the noon is, if this source is fake, we'll show you from another source. This is what holds the earth up. Now this is just like a commercial break, so James can relax for a minute. Everybody can relax. So what the noon is in chapter 68, verse 1. Allah swears by the noon, which is the whale that carries the earth on its back while in the water. Let me do it like Brother Scott. And beneath, which is a bull, and under the bull is a rock, and under the rock is the dust.
This is from Ibn Abbas, right?
Was under the dust.
Yeah, but you can't use it though. You can't use
Yeah, you can't use this one.
Yeah.
Oh, they even know the name of the whale. And the name of the whale is Liwash. Some say its name is Latoya. They even know the name
Why
of
you
the
can't
bull.
choose this?
The name
because
of
it's
the bull
fabricated. That's
is Bahamut. And some say its name is Talhut or Leona.
Who says?
The whale is in a sea called Adwad. And it's like a small bull in a huge sea. The sea is in a hollowed rock, whereby there's 4,000 cracks, not 4,001, not 3,999. And each crack springs out of the water of the earth. It also said that the noon is one of the names of Allah, which means Allah is a whale that carries the earth on its back and under a bowl. Now, guys, this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah. Okay, can I get the big screen with for the actual sources? So, guys, what he read, guys, what you noticed, I said to you, this is a fabricated source. So, Tanwir al-Miqbas li Ibn Abbas, the Muslim scholar said, you can't use it because this is not true, because Ibn Abbas never wrote his own tafsir, right? So, they attribute it to Ibn Abbas, but it's not Ibn Abbas's tafsir. Okay, that's why. So, but let us go to the actual sources. Okay, actual source. So here we have a whale. Do you see it? And Earth is being carried on his back. According to Islam, as we know, as we are now living, all of us, we are being carried by a huge mofo whale. Okay, so we have a huge whale that carries the Earth. By the way, the Earth is flat. In Islam, the Earth is flat, not round. Don't look at the round Earth. Okay, this is just an illustration. So here we have Mimi Hijab, the golden showers boy. I'm your teacher, boy. That Mimi Hijab. Did the Prophet say Earth sits on the back of a whale? Yes, he said it, and I'm going to prove it. Okay? Okay. In the following book called Ad-Durr al-Manthur, if you want to take a
Bro,
screen.
who says the earth is flat, bro?
The Quran, chapter 88, ayah 20. But I will go there. Just give me some time, I'll go there. So, Ad-Durr al-Manthur, volume 14 by Imam al-Suyuti. Why are you interrupting, brother? Brother. Some decorum, brother. Mute, please. Mute. Thank you. Ad-Durr al-Manthur, volume 14 by Imam al-Suyuti. The real sources. Okay, the real sources. 621, page 621, Surah Al-Qalam, 68, ayah 1. عن ابن عباس في قوله تعالى والقلم وما يسطرون. Okay, that's the ayah of the Quran. It says the following. عن Ibn Abbas. Who's talking? Ibn Abbas. Allah created the pen. Okay, Allah created the pen. And then he continues. ثم خلق الحوت. Allah created the whale. Allah created what? The whale. And that whale's name, we don't even know what the name of the whale is. وَهُوَ Noon. The name of the whale is Noon. And then he put the earth on its back. Allah put the earth on its back. On whose back? On the whale's back. So in other words, guys, Muslims believe, as we speak, there's a huge whale, and we are all being carried by that whale on its back. Yes, you heard correctly. But wait. This is not only the saying of Ibn Abbas, this is also the saying of Muhammad. Look. عن ابن عباس في قوله نون والقلم قال رسول الله. Muhammad said, النون السمكة. The noon is the fish. Fish, brother, fish. So whenever you look at the fish on your plate, brother, that's the whale. Figure, imagine that that's the whale that carries the earth. The whale, so Ibn Abbas calls it a whale. Muhammad says it's a fish. Fish, brother, fish. And on that fish, we have the 7 earths. In Islam, there are 7 earths, 7 heavens, and the 7 earths are on the back of the whale. That's source number 1. Source number 1, brother. Source number 2. Book number 2. Tafsir ibn Kathir, volume 8. Those are the actual sources, Travis, as you see. Okay. Page 184. Same story. Okay. Hut Azim. Very big Hut. Great Hut. That's the noon in the Quran. Chapter 68, ayah 1. This is from Ibn Abbas, etc., etc. Book number 3. Then I'm done. Tafsir al-Tabari, the Quran de la Quran, volume 23. Tafsir al-Tabari. Same story. And same story. So Muslims, do you believe in this? Do you believe in this? Be honest, Muslims. When your Prophet and Ibn Abbas explains it, and also, by the way, Ibn Mujahid, the student of Ibn Abbas. So we have the 3 generations of Muslims. The 2, Muhammad and Ibn Abbas, and the student, the successor of Ibn Abbas, Ibn Mujahid.
What's under the rock? Is it dust?
Allahu Alam.
And then underneath the dust, it's Allahu Allah. Wait, I don't know how you draw dust.
Guys, Muslims believe that the earths, remember there are 7 earths, like there are 7 heavens, There are 7 earths, and these 7 earths are literally on the back of the whale. The whale is swimming, brother, swimming, and the earth is being carried on its back. The 7 earths, to be specific. 7 flat earths. Someone asked, Rob, can you prove that the earth is flat? Yes, from the Quran. No problem. Before I forget to answer the question. Chapter 88 of the Quran. 88, ayah 20. The earth, how it was made flat, sutihat. The earth was made flat, and how the earth was made flat, sutihat. Ask any Arabic speaker. Sutihat means flat. I rest my case.
Hey, wait till we go over how the kitty cat was made in Islam. Allah has Noah punch our lion in between the eyes, and the lion sneezes. Achoo, alhamdulillah, and he spits out a cat. Meow. We got to make these Muslims too. They got to do the shahada. So if you draw all that out, this is what's holding the earth up.
Yeah. I have a 4th book, but 3 is enough. The 3rd one was a strike. I have also the book of Ibn Ketchub that he tried to use against Brother God Logic, saying the same.
Oh, hey, bro, I busted him in the car eating hot dogs. This is why he made that story up.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get busted eating pork, so he come up with this amazing story.
Look, anyway, since I mentioned the book anyway, I'm going to show it. Book number 4 anyway, book number 4. Look how many books I have, guys. Book number 4 says the same. Here's the book that Ibn Ketchub, Sheikh Ibn Ketchub has used against Brother Avery when he said he wanted to say that all the prophets are the Messiah. So according to Sheikh Ibn Ketchub, who put some ketchup on his shirt and claimed that someone stabbed him, turned out that it's a false report. He tried to use this book and he lied about the book, about what the page actually says. But anyway, what can we expect? In Mawsu'at al-Tafsir al-Ma'thur, volume 17, which is scholarly work for the explanation of the Quran. Scholarly work for the explanation of the Quran, as he called it, not me. Go watch the video. It's on Brother God Logic's YouTube channel. Okay. Here on page 522, Mawsu'at al-Tafsir al-Ma'thur, report number 60,60996. We have again Ibn Abbas wa Abdullah bin Abbas من طريق السدي عن أبي مالك وأبي صالح قال خلق الله, Allah created the earth. خلق الله الأرض, Allah created the earth. On the back, على حوت. The earth is on the wheel. The earth is on the wheel. Hut, whale.
Oh.
And this hut, wal-hut huwa noon. And the name of the whale is that noon, mentioned in chapter 68, ayah 1. The noon, okay, that Allah mentioned in the Quran, in chapter 68, ayah 1. 68, ayah 1. So what chapter? This chapter.
Wow. That
60.
one is the most clear.
Yeah, it's
Actually.
very clear. Very clear. This one, look. Noon. Noon is the whale that carries the earth on its back. The whale that carries the earth on its back by the pen and what they inscribe. Noon. So Allah says, Noon, whale. وَالْقَلَمِ وَمَا يَسْطِرُونَ.
Wow.
So let me say this really quick, because the real Blake is here now. The Blake that I muted earlier that said Muhammad wasn't able to make good kids. The Muslims do this to her so they can screenshot it. It looks like Blake's talking, and then they put it up in the conversations later. So that's the real Blake. And
imagine if your own brothers do this to you, brother. Imagine if your own Muslim brothers try to dox you and create fake accounts about you. Imagine.
Yep. So just so you guys know, and you see it on the live later, that person wrote that so they could screenshot it and say Blake said it later.
Yeah.
So the reason that we had got to this whole point was because this guy, you guys, we had a whole conversation about Rashad Khalifa, Mirza Ghulam, Joseph Smith, Muhammad, Prophet Manny. They were making fun of Rashad Khalifa for showing up saying he's the last prophet. And then we directed the conversation back to all the other prophets that made the same claims Muhammad did. And we asked Icky, how do you determine he was a prophet? And he said, by the previous scriptures. Now, when we got to that point of determining if Muhammad was a prophet, why didn't they use the same standard? He said, well, the standard changes. Now it's if Muhammad was a good man. And then we brought up the life of Muhammad and the horrendous things he did. And then it became quickly trying to justify Muhammad's atrocious behaviors. So this is how we ended up at this point.
Now, guys, give me back the big screen. I wanna show you something. Since we talk about the whale anyway, let me talk about the rooster of Allah.
Yeah, let's talk about how people are obsessed with Islam, but the Jewish.
They're very obsessed.
Okay, he came.
Jews and
Let me just say something really
Rob,
quick
put your
because Blake. Respect, just stop for a second. Since Blake is here, I did want to say this really quick because she asked me a question a while ago. She asked, why did I block her? Blake, I blocked you maybe about a month ago. And the reason I did that was because initially my first conversation with you, I didn't really know what to make of you. So I blocked you like a month ago. But now I'm seeing that you definitely have problems with Islam. I'm going to continue to pray for you, but I'll unblock you now. But that's why I blocked you. So go ahead. Sorry, Rob.
No problem, I mean, brother. God bless you. Guys, since we talked about...
Sorry, Rob, just 1 second. I mean, you must just make sure you unblock the right account, right? Because the Blake account she's got, AchiX has one of them. And as
is this the correct one?
Travis just said, this is the Blake that came up, right? This is the Blake.
One in the chat right now?
Yeah, that's Blake.
That's the real Blake.
But there's another one that comes up, and he is the one. So the Kai 11, that's Blake. But there is AchiX that using it, and as Travis rightly said, what they do is that they write in the chats, take screenshots, and then they say, look what Blake did, and then they have this big party across on the Muslim lives, because Muslims are liars, they will lie about her.
Blake, listen, I know you're listening. Blake,
I want to go back to the topic, please.
Yeah, let me say something to Blake. Blake, you know that your brothers are trying to dox you. They will try to even create fake accounts about you. Why would you stay in a cult, in this man-made cult, that allows men to be like dead animals? And you know very well that as a woman, you're nothing but a W, according to Allah in chapter 56, ayah 37. Your prophet called you an animal, half-brained, and all the scholars in Sunni Islam agree that you are an animal and you're only good for one thing, to be ridden. On top of that, when you go to Jannah, you are only good for one thing. You're going to be effed all night long, or for eternity, 24/7. And when someone is done with you, you're going to be sued up by Allah when they deflower you. Why would you want to stay in such a religion? Woman, wake up, please.
Rob's getting ready to prove Allah's throne sits on a 4-piece chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Now, I made this picture a while ago, Rob, because this is the probably more accurate description of Allah here. But let me get out of your way, bro.
No problem, bro. Thank you. That was beautiful illustration, by the way. Now, guys, Islam believes that we have a very, very big rooster. There is a big rooster that has its feet on the earth, and it's right underneath the throne of Allah. So this is the throne of Allah, where Muhammad and Allah will sit together on Judgment Day. Allah and Muhammad will sit here. Then you have the rooster, then you have the earth. And the earth is being carried by the whale. Here's the whale. Do you see the whale? Whale, earth, rooster. Yeah, you get the idea. Now let me prove that it's authentic. In Al-Mustadrak ala Sahihain, Volume 4. Al-Mustadrak ala Sahihain, Volume 4, page 330, page 330, 330. By Al-Hakim al-Naysaburi, Al-Mustadrak ala Sahihain. Hadith number 7,813, and the chain of narration is Sahih, saying that there is a rooster, Deek, rooster. Cuckoo. The rooster has its legs in the ground, and he's literally under the throne. So just like in the picture, we go back, feet on the ground, being the earth's 7 earths being carried by the whale. The rooster is right underneath the throne of Allah. That's what the hadith says in this book, and it's authentic. Sahih. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, guys, now we're going to get back to the topic. So the topic now is going to be the world capital of idolatry. Are there any Muslims that believe that Islam is a religion of idolatry? Request, Jay, please don't make demands on who can and who can't come up and who needs to drop just so that you can come up. We don't do that. Travis will stay on this live as long as he is wanting to stay here. I will never drop him just to bring you up to make you feel better. So if you got, hurt somewhere, take a Band-Aid and put it on your
What did I do? I'm the nicest dude on the panel today.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's exactly right, man. He hasn't said a thing that wasn't true.
They're just mad because I just put things in the visual form so that we can understand it, right?
So just when it comes to idolatry, right, this is important. There's 190 people. Let's see if idolatry is actually in what Muslims do believe. For example, right, many are unaware that Islam is steeped in idolatry. You guys don't even know this, but yes, it is. Because all Muslims are idolaters without even accepting it and understanding why and what they do. Yes, they are idolaters. And this allegation, it may be shocking to some people because we are told they believe in one God. Unfortunately, we have to check to see if that is true. Because the sources not only recognized by the leading scholars of Islam tell us, hang on a second, what is idolatry? Now, idolatry, guys, is identified as worship of idols. And that idol can take many forms. And some of the things that you do to the idol is bowing down, touching it, kissing it, or venerating it. Now the question is, do Muslims do any of these things? Touching, bowing down, kissing, circling. Do Muslims do anything like this to anything that's not, or something that's made, something that's carved, something that's stone, wood, gold, silver, clay? Do they do any of the things I just mentioned to this? So if there's a Muslim that wants to come up and tell me that going around the Kaaba, kissing the Kaaba, touching the Kaaba, the black stone, tell me that that's not idolatry. Any Muslims, please come up.
Sorry, James.
What's up, man?
Oh, nothing, man. I forgot to mute up, man. I was coughing in the middle of
You okay?
So you
Sorry,
are
bro.
forgetful like the Prophet who used to forget the Quran?
right.
Exactly.
Ya kafir ya adu Allah.
So this brings me to another doodle that I did while James was talking one day, talking about this, and I'm sure he's going to get into it. So I told the Muslims that they worship a vagina just like the Hindus do, right? That represents fertility.
Oh no.
And he was like, I don't see it. And I had to put it in context for him, and I brought this.
This is crazy.
I literally.
What a kafir you are.
The worst part about it is we can show they were using it as a fertility god before Islam.
Okay, Travis took away that argument.
Sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, man.
I just lost my appetite completely, bro, because of you. Thank you.
Well, I'm not going to say it. So, guys, again, we have to look at, is idolatry something that Muslims actually do without knowing it? Or are they aware of it but don't really care? Now, okay, watch this. In Surah 2, 144, it says, "We see you often turn your face towards the heavens, but we will surely turn you to the Qibla you shall like." turn your heads towards the sacred mosque wherever you are. Now, according to the Quran, Muslims must pray facing the Kaaba in order to worship who? Allah. So they face the Kaaba, they say Allahu Akbar, facing the Kaaba, and then it says that the Kaaba was historically always there, but we have to go back and check to see if it's true. Because the historical fact is that the Kaaba was a pre-Islamic pagan shrine and is acknowledged in many different Quranic hadiths for us, given to us. For example, we have Sahih Bukhari that says, narrated Abdullah bin Masud, this is 658, it says the Prophet entered Mecca and there were 360 idols around the Kaaba. So this is confirming that the idols were in the Kaaba before Muhammad took it, right? But the people were still facing the Kaaba. They were still bowing down, prostrating, circling the Kaaba before Islam came and before Muhammad did exactly what the pagans were doing. Now this hadith clearly claims and reveals that the Kaaba was pre-Islamic and it was home to over 360 idols. Now Muslims, come up and explain to us why Muslims at the time of Muhammad included, faced the Kaaba, prostrated, bowed down to the same Kaaba that the pagans were worshipping at. And one of the gods was also Allah, wasn't he?
Yeah, Allah is Zeus. His daughters are Aphrodite and Athena, for example. So what happened is, brother, the Arabs of Mecca, they were merchants, right? They went to Arabia, North Arabia. They went to Syria. They went to Petra, Jordan, Syria, Palmyra, a famous city called Palmyra. You have a Greek temple there. So the Arabs of Mecca, they went to, learn about stuff and even trade. So what happens is they brought these ancient Greek gods and goddesses of the pantheon, Greek mythology, they brought them back to Arabia. But because these were too difficult to pronounce, because these are Greek names, they gave them Arabized names. Zeus became Allah because he's the supreme God. Zeus became Allah. For example, Al-Uzza, which happens to be originally Aphrodite, and Athena is Allat. Now, if you want proof, just ask for proof and I'll provide proof.
So let me just continue for you guys and understand this, guys. The reason that I said that the pagans were still worshipping at the idol, it's because when verse 144 came, this predates the conquest of Mecca, meaning that the people were told to face the same Kaaba that was full of idols. So the pagan idols were destroyed only after Muhammad came to Mecca and conquered it. So now we have a problem. Why are they facing the same thing that the pagans are facing? Why are they kissing, circling, and touching the same things the pagans are? And then we're going to have to get to the black stone, because the black stone, therein lies a conundrum.
Can I speak on the idols? I'd fallen asleep on y'all at some point. So there was what they call the 3 satanic verses.
Two.
And
two. Not 3, 2. Yeah.
Okay, in my readings through, apparently it was what is it? Salman Rushdie or whatever.
Sister, let me stop you. Salman Rushdie has nothing to do with the satanic verses. All what he did was writing a novel. What he did borrow the idea, but the satanic verses book of Salman Rushdie is nothing but a novel. But we have the actual Islamic books.
I'm saying it was called the 3 satanic verses in that one. No, is what I'm saying.
No, satanic verses refers to the 2 satanic verses that Satan put on the tongue of Muhammad. All what Salman Rushdie did, sister.
And if Satan could be on the tongue of Muhammad once, then he was in the tongue of Muhammad the whole time.
Of course.
Yeah. So that was my point about
But
it.
that
Muhammad
that
refused to admit that he
particular
was idol
sister,
worshiping. For
that
8 years,
particular
he was
is
idol worshiping.
sister, that
Yeah.
particular incident about this called the satanic verses incident. They called in Arabic gharaniq. Satan came in the shape of Jibreel. Muhammad thinking that it's the angel, not knowing that it's
Yes.
Satan. And Satan put on his tongue two phrases. Listen carefully. Two phrases, two satanic verses. Let me recite the Arabic.
I've read them, but yes.
تلك
Okay.
العلا وإن شفاعتهن لترتجى. These are the satanic verses. Translation: these are the exalted crane bird idols and their intercession, and their intercession is over. So two satanic verses, sister.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I've read those, but that's what I was addressing. However, anyways, the point is in the studying is it's listed as 3 satanic verses, but that's fine whether it's 2 or 3. Isn't exactly the point of it. The point was that he had said that, and then it was later taken out. But when a rabbi had confronted him about it in Medina, he said, "Oh, that wasn't me. The devil had been inside of me and spoke for me." If the devil had been inside of you once, then the devil had been inside of you the whole time, including the time when you say God had told you that this little girl who was 6 years old was to be your wife. You know, we say we know them by their fruits. And for me, and I'm a theologist. I study theology very deeply, including Islam. And my one offense, like there's a lot of offenses with every religion, but my one great offense with Islam and the people who are defending Islam is they refuse to condemn that it is absolutely not acceptable for an adult male to be with a child. I don't care if she was 6. I don't care if she was 9. I don't care if she's 16. She was a child, and anybody with a higher value, a higher level of consciousness would know without a question of a doubt that absolutely a child would not be ready to lay with an adult male, especially at that age where she was 6. They're saying that she agreed. No 6-year-old can agree. You know, I have 6-year-old nieces and nephews that, you know, don't have the basic concept of so many things. So they go back to this understanding that little girls in particular, were so much more mature in those days. So I decided to just look it up for scientific reference. And there's absolutely no evidence of that anywhere. The only thing that they said was that because little girls in those times did have to do chores and stuff, they were like mature in that way of understanding that they had to do chores. I mean, we can see that today in kids that live in farms, though. That doesn't mean that they're more mature and that they're ready to, you know, be intimate. And in the hadith, which they seem to argue, either it is right or it isn't right. You know, if it isn't right, throw the whole damn religion away, because a lot of these premises come from there. But in the hadith, you know, Aisha gives her story. And so then they turn around and they say, oh, she's a liar, that she's a pathological liar. They've proven she's a liar. That really aggravates me, that's victim shaming. That's like victim shaming at its finest. But to come back to the angel Gabriel again, going into, you know, the prophet and speaking for him, we don't even know for sure that was the angel Gabriel even, you know what I'm saying? We have a man whose account was saying that he rode a flying donkey from Mecca to Jerusalem and back in one night, which a one-way journey was 30 days. To visit a temple that hadn't even been created and a temple that hadn't even been rebuilt and a mosque that hadn't even been created yet. And his best friend, the one who gave his daughter, his 6-year-old daughter, in marriage to a grown man, said, oh, I testify, it's true, I've been there. Well, now they also are saying, Abu Bakr is a liar. Half of the Muslims are saying he's a liar. Well, that is the man who testified on behalf for you to believe this man, for this religion to be pushed so far. And to me, it's just like, if you point out any idiocracies or any fallacies or any type of falsehoods whatsoever and show it, they get so angry and they start screaming and yelling at you and saying that you're insulting their prophet. Listen, if Jesus had laid with a child, everybody would have pointed it out and nobody would have unalived you for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, some people still choose to believe, but we don't unalive people for pointing out the obvious, you know?
No worries, sis. We have a Muslim now. I just want to get back to the topic. Chat, welcome, bro.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته واللي عندك هاتوا.
How are you
Okay,
guys?
my man, chat. You see the topic? The
Yeah,
world
yeah,
capital
yeah, I
of
still
idolatry.
okay.
So can
Yeah,
you
I
tell
see
me?
it.
And by the way,
Yes, I'm gonna ask you a question, all right?
By the way, he didn't notice that I said what you have in your pocket, give it to me. But that's,
He doesn't understand Arabic.
okay.
As you can tell. So watch this now, chat. Is a dream of yours to go to Mecca?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you name one thing that the Muslims do in Mecca that the pagans didn't do in Mecca? For example, let me give you an example. The pagans, now you know what a pagan is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the pagans used to bow towards the Kaaba, prostrate to the Kaaba, circle the Kaaba, kiss the black stone, throw stones at the devil, run from Safa to Marwa. They used to fast the Ashura. They used to shave their heads. Now, can you tell me?
How do you?
Because
Wait.
this is
How did you?
it's
Wait. How did you know this? Like.
because
what's
this
the
is not
source?
just historical, but your hadiths confirm them as well. For example, your hadiths confirm that the pagans used to circle the Kaaba. The hadith confirms that the pagans used to prostrate to the Kaaba. Your hadith confirms that the pagans used to do the Safa and Marwa. Now, the pagans used to fast. So I'm asking you, if the pagans did all of these things and Muslims are still doing it today, what changed?
All right. Can I get hadith?
For which one? Hadith for which one?
The one you mentioned.
Which one?
Like you said, like the pagans when they go around the Kaaba.
Yeah, can I show it? Let me show it to you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Let me show you something, brother. But do not get shocked because this is created by Muslims, and to show you what the pagans used to do before Islam. You ready? I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Lend me your ears and eyes, please. Your ears and eyes, please. Watch. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This is Allah, by the way. The forefathers. Go ahead, James.
And that was
Here's
the
the
Sabians,
hadith,
right?
chat.
Was that the Sabians?
Sabians is a different story, sister.
No. So this is
Okay,
the
I thought that
hadith.
was
Take a
the
screenshot there, chat. It's Sahih
Assalamu
Bukhari 4496. And it says this. I asked Anas bin Malik about Safa and Marwa. Anas replied, we used to consider, that is going around them, a custom of the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. So when Islam came, we gave up going around them. Why? This was because the pagans used to do it. Then Allah revealed, verily Safa and Marwa, the two mountains, are among the symbols of Allah. So you see what happened? Once again, Allah comes to the rescue and he says, it's okay, it's from me. So it is not harmful for those who perform the Hajj of the house of Allah and perform the Umrah to ambulate tawaf between them. Right? Now let's see what the tawaf is.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Brother, how you doing?
So let's see what it says.
Just a second, my friend. Just a
This
second.
is still talking about tawaf between Safa and Marwa during the pre-Islamic period. Chat, I hope you're paying attention. You there?
Yes, yeah, I am here.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay,
What did
so-
you say? I'm sorry.
He
I
was
was
talking
saying
to
something real
Chat.
quick.
He was not talking to you, sister. He was talking to Chat.
Oh.
Okay, so do you agree now that we had people doing the tawaf during the pre-Islamic period of ignorance? Agreed?
And not only like this, but they used to do it naked, completely naked, without clothes.
Yeah, I was going to say Travis has that one. But
Yeah, I
can
have
show you
that
also
one
as
too.
well.
Yeah.
But hang on, now do you see this chat so far and the other guy? Do you see what we're saying? That this was done by the pagans before Islam, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So was it paganism when they were doing it?
Huh?
Was it called paganism when they were doing it?
Yeah, because they were praying in the Kaaba. They were praying like to the Kaaba.
Yeah, but when they were doing it to different gods, correct?
Yeah, to different gods, yes.
Now, when the Muslims were copying them and doing it to the different gods, what is different about that?
Look, James, just to show you that you are not lying. Look, if you go to Bukhari,
Hello,
look, guys.
Rob.
Here's Bukhari 1665. Look what your forefathers did, brother, the Arabs, the real Arab family of Muhammad, of Mecca. Okay? During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, meaning before Islam, the people, the family of Muhammad, the Quraysh, the Meccans, used to perform tawaf, meaning circling the Kaaba. The tawaf of the Kaaba. How? The hadith again, Bukhari 1665.
Brother, I think you're misunderstanding something.
Yeah, we were misunderstanding it without.
Let me just quickly explain. So basically,
Brothers,
the people of Mecca.
Kai, you just came in. Sorry, bro. The guy before you was, hi, my name is. Can he just speak for a second, bro? Sorry, a second. My name, what is?
Yeah, let him go first, and then Cal, you can
Hello.
go. I think chat support is researching something.
No, I
Assalamu alaikum.
took a picture, then I just...
Walaikum salam. Sorry, chat. Just hang on a second.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, hello, my brother. Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to talk to the brothers, like the Muslims.
Yeah, you can
Are
go
you
to
hearing?
another live stream and talk to your brothers there if you want to talk to them.
These people are here to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Cal, what would you like to add while chat is busy?
Yes, I was going to explain to you why your point is wrong, right? First of all, the people of Mecca, right? You have to understand something. Before Islam came to
You
them,
worship a man. You're on your knees.
what are you doing? What's wrong with that guy, man?
This is what Islam does to your brains, guys. Did you catch it? This is what Islam does to your brains if you stay a Muslim for too long. But go ahead.
Okay,
Go on, Cal.
so
Just tell me, please.
yeah, let me explain. I keep getting interrupted. That's why.
Muslim brothers,
These are your Muslim brothers who are interrupting you, not